now to start our amazing day, we are going to have Loretta come up and sing the national anthem. So once Loretta gets up here, would everybody please stand so we can do this together. Where is she? Loretta! Drum roll. Frank, can you tell her that she's on? While we're waiting for Loretta, thank you for coming. Who are dignitaries here right now from China? Who are visiting us? Both of you? Thank you for being here. Thank you. It's a real honor to have you today. Well, here we go. Hey, Louis, how are you? How many people here know what Golden Family is all about before we get started? Are you familiar with the program and how it works? Or is this your first time being introduced to it? First timers? Well, this is going to be an exciting, it's first time for you, right? I'm already from Canada, because it's your first time, right? Well, this, while we're waiting for Loretta, this has been an amazing journey for me. I met Mama about 3 or 4 months ago, and I've been in humanity for many years, and I think that what she's doing to help people around the world is very humbling and very powerful. So this day could change your life, and all of us deserve the opportunity to become successful and to be able to pay it forward to other people. So that's what this day is all about. So Loretta. Yes. It's so good to see you. I've never wanted to see you more. Oh. That's okay. We have a phone call to make. Hey, this is no. No. I have to go to the bathroom. Oh. Okay.
TMI.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Loretta.
Where's the system you guys have in? I apologize. Hey, honey, would you like to speak for 2 seconds? Why is this set up in my ear for 1 minute? This is Ryan Duffy.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Thank you for making me here on this early Sunday morning, this lovely weather in Las Vegas. I'm from the East Coast, so it's chilly and snowy back there where I'm from. So we're going to have a wonderful rendition from Loretta right now. And what would you like me to say,
You
Ben?
need to tell them about you and just tell them that we love them. How about that?
I found a lovely family. It's called the Golden Family, and they invited me to join and to grow with them. And through Loretta, who I came to fall in love with as a wonderful woman in my life, she introduced me to this wonderful family that I give nothing but praise and adornment to. And I have a history in industry and business in the East Coast, and that wasn't a family. This is family, but it's family business. And it's about love and kindness and honoring your fellow family member. And I learned that very shortly, in a short period of time. And this woman and this man have shown me nothing but honor and praise. And today I celebrate them and all of you. Thank you.
Forgive me, it's pretty early, but we'll be able to do this. All to the glory of God and our family together. Sorry.
Drum roll. Yeah. Oh, sad.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank everyone for being here. We have visitors from China. We have Michael Gregory from Canada. We'd like to welcome them all. All right, welcome everyone to the Golden Family International Marketplace launch. Glad to have everyone here. Please turn off your phones. And if you're not familiar with the layout here, the restrooms are just outside to your left. In the meantime, we'd like to welcome Bruce and Eva to come up here and introduce everyone to their vision and their mission for the Golden Family Marketplace. Bruce and Eva, please welcome up.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Bruce Klein. I'm president of the Golden Family International. I would like to also welcome our guests from China, Las Vegas, and Golden Family Queen. Also, I thank everybody for getting up early in the morning and coming to this event. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about the Golden Family for those of you that don't know what we're doing and our guests here this morning. Golden Family is an idea that my wife came up with a few years ago, and it's actually called the Golden Family International Club. And what we have been working on is setting up an international marketplace online so that people will be able to buy any types of goods and services online through the Golden Family. We will be opening in hopefully at least 5 countries, possibly 7 here very, very shortly. So what people will be able to do is they can do anything from on our online shopping. They could buy a dress, or they could contact a cardiac surgeon, or anything else in between. So we will have real estate projects that are going on and other projects that are going on. One arm of that, of the Golden Family is an MLM. So that's a direct sales market. So people involved in that will be able to run their own business on the computer through the Golden Family's marketplace, and they will be able to share in the wealth of the Golden Family in pools of profit around the world. But the Golden Family isn't just doing the MLM. There are other projects. Some are real estate. Some are involved with the peony flower, which you will hear about today, and the peony token. And some are other projects that I'll let each speaker, like Johnny, explain their own products. But what we really hope to do here is create wealth for people so that not only they can have a better life, but so that they can participate in the charities of their choice. Myself and my wife, our charity of choice is orphaned and abandoned children and handicapped. So in China, my wife takes and she adopts orphaned and abandoned children, puts them through school and college. For example, when they had the big earthquake some years ago, there was approximately 10,000 children orphaned, and her and some of her associates had a big line of trucks going up into the mountains where this happened and brought all new clothes for the children. Some that couldn't be placed with surviving family members were directed to adoption and means to support them. So that's our love. But I know there's many people in this room that have different loves for charities, from the veterans, you know, and to other types of issues that go on here in America as well as in China. And so what we hope for is that everybody can create enough wealth in their own life that they can support the charities that are important to them. Does that make sense to everybody? We want the Golden family to be different than who we will compete against. Obviously, we'll compete against like Amazon and Alibaba and those kinds of things. But when you look at those types of companies, the few people that own it, they're the ones that make all the wealth. Golden family is different. The Golden family is about making wealth for many, many people. I was watching a news clip not too long ago, within the last month, and they were talking about Amazon and how, you know, wealthy Amazon has become from online shopping. And in the same breath, they were talking about employees of Amazon being on food stamps. I'm not exactly sure that that is a company that's for the benefit of the people. So our goal, and when people go onto our websites, we have one right now in Chinese, for Chinese people, and we have an English-speaking website. They will see that our goal is not just about making money for ourselves, but it's creating wealth for many people so that they can do some good around the world. I would think, at least for myself personally, if I went to our website and I saw the pictures and the charities that are there and the children and the disabled, I would think that if I could competitively buy something in our marketplace versus Amazon or Alibaba, that I would choose our marketplace just for the work that we're trying to do around the world. A lot of people would have that same heart as me, some wouldn't care. It would just be about the price of the dress that they were buying. But that's the world that we live in. So we are going to be opening in multiple countries in this online marketplace. Soon people will have the opportunity to be signing up into the MLM arm, which is the direct sales arm. And some of the people that are here today are presidential founders and founders that will be put into the MLM, and then from there it will go on. You know, and one nice thing about an MLM, at least in my mind, we have the presidential founders and the founders. But what if 10,000 people down the line in the membership of the MLM, somebody says, man, I wish I could be a founding member of the Golden family. Well, actually they can, because it's performance-based. If they have great performance, they can actually qualify to be a founding member, even though they're maybe the 10,000th person to sign into the MLM. So there's opportunity for people, and there's opportunity to create wealth and create excitement about online shopping in our marketplace. And before I say anything else, does anybody have a question about any of that? Not understanding it? Okay. So the Golden family is about love, charity, and of course, business. But I think personally, business should be about caring for other people and not just caring for the pocketbook of the people at the top, if that makes sense to you.
黄金家族，黄金家族
财富国际俱乐部简介。黄金家族财富国际俱乐部集团是在美国注册的，从事国际投资、金融货币基金投资、工程建设项目及影视文化传媒项目投资的国际集团。黄金是什么？是世界上最好的，含金量在99.999%的矿产物。最真诚的产物是地球上最真诚的信物，是国际上最流通的物，是全人类最值得信赖的品牌信物。家族是什么？家族是亲情、爱情凝聚在一起的手。管理是心在一起，齐心协力抵抗外侵，众志成城离泰山的战斗团队，是一家人，是一个母亲，是一个老祖宗的社会细胞。只有团结起来才有力量。我们有雄厚的资源，达到优势互补、资源共享。一个祖先组成的一个组委会，只有继续传承祖宗的优良家风、家训、家规、家法、家谱，才能使我们不忘初心，携手前行。财富是什么？是财富管理系统现代化、企业管理制度创新发展、战略部署、资源转化资本，资本转化成资产，资产转化成资金，资金转化成现金流，资金转化成美金，是美金转化成黄金的积累。黄金产物在国际市场流通交易中心进行金融数字资产交易，是世界流通管理体系改革中世界不变的保值货币。世界革命，你不革命，命就革你。国际货币是什么？是在世界货币流通中无国界、全球互联网共产、共销、共享的货币。国际流通货币是当今世界独一无二的唯一货币。我们进行的伟业创举也是最后一班末班车，也是最后一个棋子，别无选择。俱乐部是什么？是使人类幸福的生活、快乐的生活的一个载体。是人来到这个地球村，看到世界和平、人类安康吉祥，聚在一起吃喝玩乐、献爱心的团队。集团是什么？是互联网时代发展潮流、金融、货币、资金、投资、运营、新管理、商业创新平台、建设项目、建设工程、企业文化。企业要做大，要做强，要成为知名品牌企业。发展目标的前景、远景，
Hello, everybody come in. Thank you. 我是一名中国女人，我代表所有的全世界的女人，爱的呼唤，创始黄金家族俱乐部。我现在也担任着联合国华人友好协会分会主席。我也在做女娲电影总制片人，与大家共同喜悦这今天最幸福的日子。谢谢你们的到来。我代表世界女人的魅力坚强、自信、自强，能担任责任与使命。感恩我们一起共同努力。女人是母亲，母亲是无私的大爱，是中国女人、世界女人的高贵品质。就像蜡烛一样，燃烧自己，照亮别人。我代表许多世界女人、女性，实现我们的心中梦想。有大爱的中国，有大爱的世界，有大爱的美国，和我们一起庄严的承诺，我们把中国女人商城、世界女人俱乐部以及我们现在所做的这些个商城，我们都一起共同努力。我们有使命，我们要把阿里妈妈把它成为一种真正的品牌。我们的理想，我们的远大目标，我们的中国已投入了10几个亿，现在我们要有100万亩的牡丹种植，已形成了牡丹产业。然后我们现在已经在10几个国家已经备战我们的准备工作。谢谢你们的到来。
As the founder of Chinese Women International Club, loving calling public welfare from, the founder of China Women's International Trick City and the Golden Family Wealth International Club, chairman of the subcommittee of the United States Chinese Friendship Association, 5D Sci-Fi New Rock Film producer. It's nice to meet everyone here and share this exciting day with joy. The charm of Chinese women in the world is strong, self-confident, independent, and able to take responsibility. Chinese women are indispensable for the development of human society. A woman is a mother who is a selfless love, to burn herself like a candle and illuminate others. on behalf of many outstanding Chinese women and women who have dreamed with big love in their heart, I declare that Chinese Women International Club has been launched today. We are a strong team of elite leaders and a team of loving entrepreneurs. We have idea, vision, and a caring physical experience and strong will. We have invested more than 1 billion RMB in China to develop a plant base of 1 million mu of peony flower. We have used one industrial chain of high-quality products such as peony oil, the wine, tea, and cosmetic products. At the same time, invested in the establishment of peony flower Dream Villa Home, which is a tourist attraction. There are also in the United States, Fuji, Hong Kong, Canada, China, South Korea, Japan, Malaysia, Fiji, Vietnam, France, United Kingdom, Australia, Africa, Germany, Russia, and many other countries promoting the key product on the Belt and the Road, as promoted by the President of China, Xi Jinping. Here I am going to be pleasant releasing. We have been planning for a long time, creative, and have been implemented as a major project that will surprise you and praise you as a presidential like the 200 countries and the aliens well-known entrepreneur in a serious industries. Our headquarters is in the United States. We have a legally registered license in the United States. We have established branches in some other countries. The plan is to set up a branch of the Chinese Women International Club in 200 countries. This is our biggest goal and mission. Our responsibility and mission is to work hard to achieve. Let us write out the right of Chinese Belt and Road and showcase the charm and the charm of Chinese women around the world. Chinese women in action, calling, looking forward for you to join us. Thank you for your participation today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's my daughter. That's my husband. Thank you.
Bruce, Eva, and Yan, thank you so much for coming up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Michael Gregory from Canada, our presidential founder.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and our honored guests from China. Nice to see you guys. Pleasure to meet you. And I'm just totally honored and thrilled to be a part of the Golden Family Club. The mission that they've set forward is something that kind of gets you trying to accomplish, and some of the benefits that they are trying to lay out for people that join the club. They're going to getting rich. And Canada is wide open for a lot of these things. The introduction into the marketplace, as it is going to be called, believe it or not, yeah, I'm chasing maple syrup, I'm chasing goose down jackets, salmon of various sorts. There's vendors there that are very keen on getting your product introduced into the marketplace. The opportunity that is made available to us in this room today is phenomenal. And I'm going to break the golden rule of Las Vegas because, you know, it's not necessarily what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, because we would like this thing to just go around the planet and get out of Vegas. Make the momentum go, get the people involved, support the children. And that's kind of my passion. I'm sort of on the senior tour here, and the opportunity that I'm looking at, or what I'd like to do, is have a legacy of being involved with the Golden Family Club and letting this thing roll out after I'm long gone, so people can benefit from what these people are doing today. The concept with the club, with the marketplace, and the multi-level arm are very unique. Something that no one else has tackled in this world at this point in time. Me had a vision, Bruce had a vision, and I'm sharing in that vision. Again, I'm so honored to be part of this deal that anybody that's got any questions later on in the day, anybody that wants to know more about this. Just as I'm going along here, speaking about how passionate people get when you start talking about the club and what their mission is as far as the charitable work goes. I was up front today talking with a lady. We just said hello. Where are you from? And she's from Illinois, or pardon me, Louisiana. And she's involved with the government. She's the Speaker of the House. And I was sharing this idea with her. She couldn't write her name and phone number down fast enough and her email to make sure that when I can, send her information. All right, so it's a very powerful program. Other people I've talked to out there, again, explaining to them what our concept is, what the mission is all about, gets them in the heart. You know, they want to participate in this thing. It's such a beautiful thing to know that when product is being purchased and people are aware of the logo that Amina's got, that part of a purchase price, if that logo is on that product, they automatically know that those funds go into a charitable donation somewhere for children, schools, dentistry, you name it. So it's more than just business. It's nice to make money. This opportunity, again, the way these folks have structured the dynamics of the program, are going to allow everybody involved to participate in getting a good wealth base. You know, nothing wrong with making money. I mean, I love that stuff. So it's all there for us. It's a very, very easy thing to present to people. They get very intrigued with the concept and they would like to get involved with the Golden Family International Club. So let's get this thing out of Vegas, let's get it on the planet, and let's just all enjoy the day and have fun. Thank you for your time.
I want to add something to what he said because I realized as he was saying it, many people in the room would not have understood what he was talking about. On our products, what he was referring to when he said the logo, there is a branding on our products. In fact, if, for example, I wish I had a bottle of our wine. We have our own brand of wine in China. But on that bottle, you will see a gold heart with a rose in the middle of it. And that's what he was actually referring to. That branding, if it's seen on a product in China, and it is on thousands upon thousands of products in China, that branding symbolizes the support of orphans, abandoned children, and handicapped. So the businesses across China that put that branding on their product, that branding means to the person that is buying their products across China, oh, this is the logo of Amin Aishin, and it's the logo of supporting those charities. So each of those businesses, and at one time they filled the bird's nest in China with business owners from across China that signed up for that. Each of those businesses has put it on their product and they give a percentage of all of their profits to the cause of the orphans, abandoned children, and handicapped. So that's the logo that he was referring to. And I just wanted to elaborate on it a little bit.
Folks, I think you better get your pens and papers ready. We have some briefing from financial side. We have Johnny Rustin and Joanna King. Could you please come up here?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry McCullers. I'm the co-founder of Icon Digital Networks. And we're here today we're so thankful to be with the Golden family. Thank you for having us. Recently, I'm going to share with you that our founder went over to the Philippines and with his contacts and his business vernacular was able to acquire a partnership with a nationally accredited bank of the Philippines with a cryptocurrency license. Now the significance of that is really important. Today as I stand here, Icon Digital Networks is the only digital asset that has a relationship with a national accredited bank with a cryptocurrency license. So that being said, I would love to explain more, but I'm going to turn that over to our co-founder, Jake Topanian. Jake, come on up and share with everybody. Thank you for having me.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jake Franken. I'm one of the co-founders for Icon Digital Networks. Happy to be here for all of you. And I want to say that pretty much it's been a long road to get here with pretty much tackling this, the network, the security. I'm one of the developers. I'm the one who pretty much developed the two tokens that we currently are offering for Icon Digital Networks. We have one called Time Token and the other one's called Space Token. So developing the code and rolling out the ERC20, our tokens, to give you a little bit of history, what our token is running on. We're running on Ethereum network. And you all heard of course, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is basically a way for people to transmit money from one location to one party to another. Ethereum is just a whole slew of applications that we can pretty much run on Ethereum network. It is a wider area for us to run businesses, transactions, creating applications, and everything else that we can create actually when it comes to the programming and knowledge of programming technology. We also have created a website where people can go in and do these transactions. And pretty much talk a little bit about ICO. ICO is kind of like the cryptocurrency world of IPO. We all know the initial, in the stock market, we have the IPOs. With cryptocurrency, we have the ICOs, initial coin offering. And it's basically a way to conduct contracts in a blockchain technology. One of the things that love about blockchain technology is decentralized technology. Nobody owns nothing, and everybody owns everything. With the crypto technology, there's no such thing as a server and clients that connect to it. Like if you go to Amazon, when you type Amazon.com, you connect to their server. With crypto technology, like everything is running on these millions and millions of computers. So it's so hard, it's literally impossible to hack a blockchain. You can take the 50 of the supercomputers of this current technology, and if you're lucky enough to have that computer's access to them, you can only break only one blockchain. And blockchain is all connected to each other, so it's literally impossible for you to hack a blockchain technology, at least with our current standards. And that being all said, I would like to pass this to one of our other founders, Jorina King. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I feel more comfortable standing on the side of the podium so that I can see all of you and all of you can see me. Thank you so much this morning for allowing us here to participate with the Logan family. My name is Jorina King, and I'm with Icon Digital Media Networks. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the entertainment, our advertisement, our digital advertisement component, along with sports. Hello, hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. So it's been said that a table or stool stands more firmly if it has more legs. So on our particular coin, we have digital advertising, which right now possesses $50 million in signed contracts, and we have 150 million more contracts waiting for our signatures as soon as we get back to the Philippines. Yes, really, really. So it's quite amazing when you already possess wealth, but when you can know that that wealth is sitting there on the table waiting for your return. Our founder of Icon Networks has been many tireless days, nights, and months working on this project to get us to this point, which in so doing after he signed his name for 50 million contracts, he says, you know what? Wait until we launch our coin. I'll be back. We can sit back with our team and sign on the rest. This is a particular opportunity where we are wanting to bring in the Golden family also, where we're wanting to work together in a larger scheme so that more people in the world can benefit. Not just the wealthy, not just the rich, not the middle class, but even the blue collar and the poor. It's kind of like, you know, together we win more, we make more, and there's enough really supply in this world when people's hearts are open to share. I don't want to get too much onto the charity, but that's just the heart of our company. The heart of our company is for everyone. For everyone. There's an Italian word for it, but I can't remember it at the moment. It's tutti. It's called tutti. It means for everyone. Everyone, together we win. That's one leg, is our digital advertising. And just in case anyone in the room is not completely aware of what digital advertising is, all you have to do is get in your automobile and drive down the Las Vegas Strip, waiting for the next red light, and see all of the digital signs. There's digital signs everywhere, just like in New York. In Madison Square Garden, they have them all there, and but in Las Vegas, down our street, we have digital advertising everywhere. You see it in an airport, you see it in a train station, you see it in a bus station, you see it in a bank. You see it almost everywhere you go. And guess what? It's right here in Trump Towers. You can see it in our lobby. Anyway, that's just one leg, is the digital advertising. I also represent the entertainment branch. The entertainment branch here has to do with live concerts and A-list artists such as Janet Jackson, Alicia Keys, we've got Miley Cyrus. A little bit about this is in the olden days, or let's say 20 years ago, these particular artists would sign with a record label, and the record label would be responsible for their livelihood, such as Prince. A very good example is Prince. He signed on with a particular corporation, his record label, and when he had had enough of them ripping him off, and he could see how he was working, and Prince was a very, very tireless worker, little worker bee. He worked morning, noon, and night. He wanted to rebel and get out of his contract and break away from the big machine so much that he decided to change his name. He couldn't use his own name because he had signed his name away for many years. So what he did was he used a little symbol, and that symbol then represented him. That was the only way that he himself could figure out how to get away from the big machine. Well, we've got a new way. A-list artists now, as soon as their contracts are up, what they're doing is they're signing with a firm like our firm, and they're going independent where they stand on their own 2 feet, and they go out and tour because there's no more money being made in records or CDs or anything like that. They make their money touring. So it's their presence, their uniqueness, their talent that makes them money. So when they do that, they go out and they tour. We have found a way where we could actually have everyone in this room and every fan of any A-list artist could participate in their success. Participate in the unity and belonging, which is our icon token. Our icon token will be one of the legs that will back A-list artists touring and the music and the entertainment side. We also have our third leg. Our third leg is sports. We've got the brand new Olympic Games is starting. The very first one will be, it's called the Summer Games. They're water games. They are starting October 19th, 2019 will be the very first one. And it will last for a week there in San Diego, California. In so doing, this will be our third leg, one of the sports sides of things, this leg. And what that will do is this will also back our coin. With so doing, we've got sports, entertainment, digital advertising. All these things work together in making money and driving the value of that coin. So I want to thank you very much for allowing me to explain how this works. Thank you very much. Oh, I wanted to do one other thing. I'd like to introduce our founder. The founder of Icon Digital is Johnny Orson.
A lot of serious faces out here today, it looks like. I want to thank the Golden family for giving us the opportunity to speak here today, and we certainly look forward to working with them for many years. Another part of Icon Digital Networks is that, like the Golden family, everything that we do, whether it's in digital advertisement, whether it's in entertainment, or sports, we have a percentage that will go to charities. I'm 2 months shy of retiring from my current position. For 3.5 decades, I've had the opportunity of leading very special teams into very oppressed areas all over the world. And in doing that, we have seen a lot of pain and suffering in those oppressed areas. I think that by the world pulling more together, by the people of the world pulling more together, we can end a lot of that oppression, and we can uplift all of those that are suffering. I want to thank again the Golden family for our guests from China. A special thank you to you. I would try and speak a little bit of Chinese, but you would probably say, thank all of you. Thank all of you. What you guys are doing is very, very wonderful, and the children of the world that are suffering, that is also one of our passions. So thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. He's been here since day one. He worked hard. He worked hard of all, right? And the man needs no introduction. Mr. Louis Diggs.
Thank you all for being here, okay? Everybody, okay, who's participated and have been here from day one, all right? We have worked together as a family. So it's great to see all of you all's faces. I'm glad that you all have shown up. And so I don't want to take any credit. We're a family. So, but I have to mention a couple of things. I'm looking at this agenda, and they've got me speaking for, it says between 11 to 12 o'clock. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to tell you that. But I am excited, okay? I am very excited. I am excited just as, you know, every day I get excited, okay? Because I got involved because some people were working in my office on Sunday. And I work in my office on Sunday. So I asked, what are these people doing, okay, in the office on Sunday? And I would call up all my friends, and they were Chinese. And I said, oh, you must come, you must translate. I must know what's going on, all right? And so Bruce asked me, okay, he says, go up and talk to my wife. And when I went up, Amin says, oh, here, eat, okay? And so she fed me, and I worked for her. Okay. So I got involved, and I continually get involved. And the reason is because it's a very exciting project on many levels, and I've got to sit in and see a lot of the opportunities that are being created in terms of creating opportunities for others, in terms of a MLM business as a sales channel, and you know, people need and want options for making money. And so they have a business opportunity that is very good for today's time, digital. We're talking digital. We're talking a digital marketplace. We're talking digital currency, okay? And so we're really discussing it's a digital business, and we live in a time, okay, whereas we're all dependent on digital and technology. So I wanted to mention that it's very exciting to be involved on those levels. Now we started, and we talk about the Alimama, which is the name, the brand of the website. And it is a worldwide marketplace. And so when we talk about worldwide marketplaces and e-commerce sites, you know, we talk about eBay, and then Amazon, and then Alibaba, and Baidu. So today, as we launch Walmart website, this morning I heard on the news, today is 11/11, okay? And we celebrated here as Veterans Day. In Chinese, they celebrated as Singles Day. And it is the #1 e-commerce day. China broke the record, Alibaba today. In 1 minute, they sold $1 billion online.
Yeah.
Okay. So they did that today. So we launched today. So next year, we look, okay, to be just as successful. Okay. So I'd like to mention that that's very important as we launch our operations today. We talk about a worldwide marketplace. Oh, I'm sorry. I must introduce you, Alimama today. But I just want to mention, even though it's a worldwide marketplace and we have exclusive brands, and those exclusive brands includes you all who are in the room. Each of you all have businesses that are excited about putting your products online, and that process has already begun. But we also have unique products, all right, that we will be able for years to come to continue to introduce great products, especially around the peony. Okay, we talk about the peony flower, and we've discussed in terms of the 1 million acres, okay, of this flower that's being grown and made into a lot of wonderful products, from oil that you can ingest that's healing for the body, okay, and you can Google all of this, okay, makeup, all right, wine. And so Amin showed me yesterday, I saw, you know, we're up in the suite, and I see all these products that she has, okay, that's made of this oil, all right, and I'm thinking, you know, a lot of great MLMs have started based upon just one product. Okay, if you look at Amway, and they started with soap, and they go into vitamins, or you look at the list of the 100 top direct sales organizations, and you see their products, we've got a lot of exciting products, okay, that will go on our marketplace and will make folks want to buy from us, that will make them want to join the organization as we share other major brands. But we know that we will emerge, okay, with a brand that not only helps the world with the products, with the healing, and with the mission. And ours again is a mission of love. Okay? We believe, all right, that the profits that we generate can help lots of folks around the world. So again, I'm going to conclude by saying thank you. Thank you for all for coming. All right, thank you for being involved and part of this great event, and for all of those who have worked in the background to make it possible. So thank you. Golden family. They don't want to talk about money today. They don't want to know outside. All right, with that, I'm going to turn it back over.
Thank you, Louis. It sounds like we have a little entertainment going on. We're going to need Adam, and we're right up here. Please.
Yes.
Hi. I'm the rock star of the morning.
Yes, you are.
What song are we singing?
You're singing. It's 11:11 right now, you guys.
It's
It's
11:11.
11:11. Thanks, Rebecca. Thank you, God.
I'll talk about my business a little bit. I'm an entertainer, singer, songwriter, and all my music is available on digital stores. And it recently hit the iTunes charts in Mexico, number 40, and then number 1 in Belgium recently. And it's really, really hard work. I've had several meetings at Capitol Records in Hollywood, and it's always a no, but I keep moving forward, and I'm on a watch list right now, and hopefully they want me to get a bigger fan base, and hopefully it's not good enough for them right now, but one day hopefully I get a deal. And my music's positive. I have a Stay Strong campaign that helps teens with bullying and to stop bullying and teen suicide and self-harm, and it made the news, and it goes with the song I wrote called Stay Strong. So, yeah. Thank you. You want me to stay strong?
Yes.
I'm happy to sing this. And then we're going to sing We Are the World, right?
No, at the
I love
end.
you too. Okay, hold on, let me see. I got to connect the phone right now. This song's featuring Keisha Renee. I don't know if you've seen her on The Voice, but it's hard for her to make it too. She has a fantastic voice. I think it's the hardest industry in the world, the music industry. Anything that's trying to help people is hard, but we can do it. Because music makes people feel good. I don't know why my song's not connected. Sorry. Is it?
It's all right, talk among yourselves.
No. So thank you. Maybe I can be on Icon one day. So today's the day.
That's right.
Thank you for what you're doing with the teens and the
Definitely.
something that's very, very important.
Thank you, because I was bullied myself, and the internet is really degrading. There's a lot of evil comments and terrible things when you're trying to follow your dream. So, for people to follow their dreams, it's really hard because there's so many people bringing you down and saying this about you and this, and it's all on the internet now. So, thank you. I try. Let's see. Okay, let's see.
There you go.
Yes, to go sign a contract, so you should come.
Now I need to turn it up. This is Keisha Renee singing.
I know they say first love is the sweetest.
that I stay strong.
I stay strong. I want you to stay.
You can wave your hands back and forth.
I want you to stay strong. I want you to stay strong. I want you to stay strong.
If you don't know who you are, just say you're a superstar. You don't need money or a fancy car, just say you are who you are. And shine, shine, shine real bright. Up in the night, just feel the light. Feel the music, that makes you feel bright. Forget the hate and forget the fight. Fly, fly like you're a kite. Don't say you might, just feel it. No one can steal it. I know you're gonna kill it, kill it, kill it. I know you're gonna kill it, kill it, kill it. And I know you're gonna kill it. I think the flowers, you should keep the flowers. She has a really good voice, Keisha.
I want you to stay strong.
Don't let anybody tell you wrong. Just be you, be real strong. It won't be really long. This is a stay strong song. Hope I make you feel positive. Forget about the negative. Follow your dream, that's in your heart. Don't fall apart. Be real smart. Start your part. This is your art. No one can take it away. Stand up for what you say. This is your day. This is your day. Stand up for what you say. This is your day. Stand up for what you say. We need some positive rap in the world, right? Come on, give it a try.
Stay strong. I get my arms, but I won't be defeated.
No, I won't be defeated.
That's the reason I
Stay strong. Stay strong.
I want you to stay
strong. I want you to stay strong. I want you to stay strong. I want you to stay strong. That's all you can do. You have to stay strong. Brother, I never even got to hear it. You know, we met like last week, right? Pretty much last week. And we're already family, and I just love your heart, and everything that you're going to touch is going to turn into golden, by the way, and everybody that's in this room. God's about to really do some major windows and open gates that He wants to heal the world. He wants to touch people that have been hurting, where we looked the other way and we haven't done anything, and now God is arising sons and daughters of the light of the universe, and He's coming, and He wants us to show the world that He is love no matter what. He is love, and we have to love each other, and we can't judge each other. We're to love each other beyond all measure, like there is no tomorrow. And that's how it is. How can one love God if you don't love your brother? So I just implore you today, as my heart is, I've come through domestic violence 3 times and had 3 men almost take my life. And when I went through this, there was no resources. And the Lord basically showed me that there was a call that I had to speak for the ones that are actually being laid to rest because no one's doing anything. Mothers are being put to rest, and the children don't know why that even happened, because no one's doing anything. And at the same time, there's 300,000 children every night just in Las Vegas that have no food. And I'm going to establish with Golden Family a 24-hour food bank in Las Vegas, and that will be the #1 thing to do. We will have the food from Tyson and all of those things to be able to donate and be able to give back. So that's my heart today, and I just love you guys. I love everyone here, if you don't know it already.
I think the mic is running out of battery or something. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to have Peter Ramos up here.
Well, that was a tough act to follow. You know, let's give him another round of applause. Thank you, everybody. You know, thank you for all for attending and coming and supporting the cause. We all, of course, are very, very ecstatic about what it is that's going on. And I'd also like to greet the Chinese diplomats. Thank you again for coming. I brought several people. I also brought a very prominent politician here in our town as well. And I would like to introduce her. Give her a round of applause. Mindy Lloyd is here with us tonight. And then also a very prominent power broker that we've been supporting as well and came to support us as well. I would like to introduce Mei Lu. Now, you know, we're very enthusiastic about everything it is that's going to go on. There's a great service, acapella. There's a great service that's going on right now. Everybody who's involved in this thing, they're wanting to distribute the wealth, and I guess that's the most important thing. So I see the vision that Bruce and Amin see, and I know that I'm pretty sure that everybody in the room sees it as well. And so as far as my involvement, I want to make sure that everything is enforced properly, and that we have something that's going to go on, and it's a company that will be successful. And that's my take on it. Thank you all very much for attending, and once again, a round of applause for everybody that came.
Now I would like to have Janet Franco. Would you be kind enough to come up for a minute?
I know I was supposed to speak in the second half, but we're a little bit early, so I'm going to go ahead and share what we're doing with our veterans. We're making history right now with science. I was the co-founder of Imagine Now, Nurturing Our Warriors, and we've been working in the hyperbaric oxygen arena for the last 50 years. To date, we have over 5,000 veterans that have had their brains restored with hyperbaric oxygen therapy. We are now delving into stem cell therapy. We're working with some of the greatest experts in the world on stem cell. To date, we have built a new heart, a thumb, a trachea. We brought somebody's eyesight back. And we were the ones who were working with Christopher Reeves when he was alive. We got him walking for a couple minutes before he passed. And I think if he stayed alive a little bit longer, we would have kept that wonderful man on the planet. Do you guys know what Christopher Reeves said before he died about why he felt he was injured? It's a pretty inspiring story. This man knew he was a real Superman. He was a true Superman, because when he got hurt, people that knew him said he just never complained. He just never complained. And this afternoon, we're bringing, due to this beautiful woman here, this woman is adopted. How many children in China? How many? 150 children. This woman is, how many? 139. I have 4 boys, and that's a lot of kids. She takes these children in China that have no family, and she puts them through school, and she takes care of them. And I just, I don't know anyone like you. So I think we just need to give her a round of applause for that. So this afternoon, she had asked me to bring together some children that are either homeless, children that are challenged, physically challenged, and so this afternoon we're going to do a little presentation for these children. The children are our future. My story, real simply, was I had a brain injury child. My son fell out the window when he was 3 and tried to kill himself 4 times, and then he won the Baseball College World Series in 2001. So he was a real story, and it gave me the tenacity to do what I do today. And so with all that said, we are going to be talking to these babies this afternoon, giving them these gifts that she has for them. And one of the kids that you're going to see, his name is Christopher Salmon. This child was sent home after drowning, home to die. He went home July 3rd of 2017. They got a hold of us. I met him on August 15th. So he started his hyperbaric treatments. He's had 62 treatments, and next summer we're hoping that we're taking him to Disneyland. We have 1,000 babies under this protocol right now, and our Eden Carlson, which I know we're having a little technical difficulty, I want to show you that video today, but Eden Carlson was pronounced dead, brain dead and heart dead for 4 hours. 4 hours in Arkansas. They found our Dr. Harch. Dr. Harch worked with Eden for about 2 years and fully restored her brain. We made medical science.
Yes, thank you, God.
Yes, she was on the Today Show. If you look up Eden Carlson on the Today Show, you'll see her story. She's been an Inside Edition, and so we're working with Eden's family to. We have about 21 drowned babies here in town that need treatment. So anybody that knows anybody having those kind of problems, autism, Parkinson's, MS, stroke, we're working with hyperbaric in ways that nobody ever thought that we could do. The other big news is the VA, for the first time in American history, is now going to be reimbursing for hyperbaric oxygen therapy for traumatic brain injury with our veterans. It's huge. We've tried 50 years to get this passed. Nevada is going to be the very first VA in the country to be able to reimburse for all the treatments we need to restore our veterans. It's huge. And I don't know anybody here that knows Dr. Ram Singh. He's pretty stellar in this state, and I've known him for 20 years. He saved my son when he had heart problems. He is going to be our medical director, and he's donated a building to us in North Las Vegas. So we're going to be opening our first center before the end of the year. And we have another gentleman I met last week that wants to open 4 more centers here in Las Vegas. So we want, what the governor had said, Sandoval said, we want Nevada to be the most veteran-friendly state in the union. So we are here, I moved back here just to do this. We are in the #1 city for suicide in the country. You guys know that? #1 city for suicide for veterans, teenagers, and seniors. All right here. So the work we're doing is we're able to understand the brain like never before. We can do a brain map and see if a child has the potential of killing at the age of 20, at the age of 5 now, because of brain maps. What we can see in the brain is stellar. So I'm very honored to work with some of these great doctors and researchers from all over the world. We have one gentleman, Mal Hooper. He's moving to Las Vegas. He's bringing people out of wheelchairs with spinal cord injury with robotics and hyperbaric oxygen therapy. So we are about to see a new day with our healthcare, a new day with the way we treat our veterans. And I tell you, it's been an honor to work with our veterans and to be able to bring this to them. 12 years ago when I started this, my father served, but I didn't understand the dedication.
What?
The dedication our veterans have is just off the charts. I mean, I would love to see that in my family. There's one thing about a veteran, I don't care whether Navy, Army, they joke about it. Let me tell you something, if something's going on and they're having a problem, they are comrades right to the death. They are comrades. And I commend every one of you here that are veterans. Thank you so much again. So I would, we have a little bit, do you mind if I bring him up? Please. Are we ready? No. No? I just wanted to ask anybody, do you have any questions regarding the treatment and You know, any thoughts or ideas that you have regarding this. This treatment, by the way, is being used at the NFL, UFC. We treated Mel Gibson, we've treated Anthony Hopkins, we've treated Joe Namath as a fully restored brain right now. So we are really, really starting to blanket in America and around the world. So we're going to be building centers in 5 different countries, and we're going to work with Mama to take these centers around the world with Golden Family. So does anybody have any questions regarding hyperbaric? How it works, maybe? Wow, you guys are smarter than I was. So just real quick, yes, Louis.
So are you, as we center here, that go to?
Good question. Well, we have our first center opening. There are about 8 chambers in town, but there's no chambers in town that will donate the dives to. I got 4 veterans right now that are very suicidal that we have to keep an eye on all the time. We have lost no veterans under our watch, not one. And so we are hoping to open soon so that these treatment can be donated to our veterans. And it's about 80 dives, by the way. A treatment is a dive. And it's a 50-minute session, and there's 80 to restore the brain. And what happens with the brain, it starts building stem cell. The oxygen pressurized starts building stem cell after the 40th treatment. So with stem cell, I don't know how much you know about stem cell, but stem cell can turn into any cell you need, whether it's eyes or brain or skin or liver, whatever it is. Naive cells can turn into any cell you need. So that's why we're seeing people walk in wheelchairs, because it can build the bone, it can build the nerves, it can build all that. So in the next 3 to 5 years, we really feel we're going to come up with the absolute solution for spinal cord injury. What's the hard cost? Good question. In our charity, we're going to be around a $125, $150 a treatment. The average treatment is about $350, and the VA is going to be reimbursing $350 per dive.
That's awesome.
That's $24,000. But we are actually, we call it the Triple Crown of Health, is what we Imagine Now has incorporated, and that's neurofeedback, stem cell, and hyperbaric. So with all that, it's about a $30,000 to $35,000 bill to restore a veteran. And the statistics are as this. Our disabled veterans, we pay the taxpayer pays $60,000 a year to take care of our disabled veterans every year until they die. So we, and Gold Star families, those veterans that commit suicide do not get the benefit. They're eliminated from the system if they kill themselves. So all of these people are going overseas and fighting for us, and they come back and they suicide because they weren't treated. They're eliminated pretty much from, no, they don't get the benefit. So we've been fighting and lobbying for this, and we're close. We're really, really close. But that's a good question. And anybody that's interested in opening a center or bringing a center in, if anybody has a spa here, we can sober somebody in 15 minutes. Yes. This great town. And diabetes, we're reversing about 95% of all amputations through hyperbaric.
3 minutes an hour killed himself.
What's that?
3 minutes an hour.
That every 20 minutes, yeah.
Every 20 minutes.
Every 20 minutes. Yeah, this was a quote from the former Secretary of the Army, Marty Hoffman. He told me we're losing about 120 a day to suicide. That's the real number.
Fielding,
Yeah.
are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? This gentleman is your surprise for the day. I've known Fielding for over 20 years. He's a very dear friend of Lance Burton. He's won every award you can win in the business, in the industry, and Fielding.
Thank you, Dawn. Give Rosie a nice round of applause, everybody. She's working hard to make all this happen. Look at this crowd. You didn't know. I get to follow 3 veterans commit suicide an hour. This is what I'm following. Folks, happy Veterans Day to all of you. Yes, there you go. You can applaud the veterans. I'm here to give you a little lighter side of the afternoon. My name is Fielding West, and I'm a magician. Oh yeah, scary, huh? And for all of you, I don't recognize very many of you people. I assume a lot of you are from out of town. So welcome to Las Vegas. This is where Californians come to smoke. Okay, a little levity there. Get a good shot of me. I'm going to do a little magic for you right now and kind of loosen you guys up. I have the National Enquirer on me. How many of you guys read the National Enquirer? There's one man admitted it right there.
I didn't ask how many of you buy it. How many of you stand in the checkout line and read this stuff? Tell the truth. See, that's cool. I never got two things. I read this paper because I want to know where Elvis is going to be next. Look at this pit bulldog for sale. Eats anything. Loves kids. Oh, I don't think that's written properly, do you? Well, I'm going to do a little story for you, and I'm going to tell you a couple of things. This is a little magic trick I carried around with me. I went to a party when I first came here, a television show, and my manager lost all the money we were supposed to be paid in the downtown hotel. So the next day, we were supposed to go to this television show. We had no money, so I had a suit on, and I put plastic bags in my pocket because I knew there was going to be a lot of great food there. So I saw these shrimp. I saw these giant shrimp, and these shrimp, they were so huge, and I would go over and pick one up and act like I was eating it, and then do this, and I'd slip it into my pocket. And it's a true story. Well, I got to the third one, and all of a sudden I heard this voice behind me go, "Oh, that's gonna be a big stinky." And I turn around, and right face to face with me is Liberace. Liberace snuck up behind me. He said, we're across the room, and we're watching you put shrimp in your coat. What's going on here?" I'm not kidding. He talked just exactly like that. So I told Liberace the story about my manager losing all the money on the tables. And he said, "Somebody give me a phone." And they brought the phone over and plugged it in the wall. For you young people, that's what we used to do.
Yeah.
This is 1980, and he called Jack Haiglass, the entertainment director at the Sahara Hotel. He said, I've got a charming young man I've got my eye on down there. Well, I guess Jack thought that was code that, Lee was looking at me like a new boyfriend. So he says, I want you to put him on your showcase. I went down the next night, they put me on the showcase, and everything worked out for me in Las Vegas. But before Liberace let me out of the room, he says to me, "You really do magic, don't you?" "Do you do it better than you hide shrimp?" So I got out this newspaper and I started tearing it up. Oh, here's a great story. The guy that invented the crossword puzzle passed away. They buried him 6 down and 4 across. Am I going too fast? Here's another great story. They found a headless man in a topless bar. That's a little redundant, isn't it? Thinking about that. Anyways, so I start tearing up this newspaper for Liberace. And he's watching me very carefully, just like this young man is right here in front of me. And I said, "Oh yeah, this is going to be good." Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Normally when I get up in the morning. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. We got young people in here today. I want to show my friend Rosie back here, Janet Kelly, as I've always known her, as with a group called Imagine Now. So we got some good Imagine Now people. This young lady right here, what's your name? Jarena? That was my name when I was a little girl. Come on up here, Jarena. I'm just kidding. Come on, you look like. Let me shake your hand. Turn around so those people can see that beautiful dress. Where are you from?
I'm from Newport Beach, California.
Oh, there you go. Okay, beautiful place. Now, you don't know me, do you?
I don't.
And you seem pretty happy about that. Jarena, I'll tell you, do you play poker? Have you ever played poker?
Yes, I have.
So would 4 queens be a pretty good hand?
That would be a pretty good hand.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I want you to use your imagination. Thank you so much. This is what we call the $800 mic stand. Okay. You guys are right with me. So I want you to be my little table today. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to put both of your hands out like this. Turn around just so you can all see that. And I'm going to hand you some stuff, okay? I've got some cards in here. Now you do not need to use your imagination because there are 4 cards here. Okay, now if I secretly, invisibly reached my fingers in there and I removed 2 of the queens that were the same color, what color would that be? Would that be red or would that be black queens?
It'd be black.
Black queens. So I'm going to take those black queens out of there and I'm going to set them over here. Perfect. So that leaves two red queens. Now I'm going to reach it in there and I'm going to take one of those red queens, take it out, put it back in face up.
Okay.
Which one did I put face up?
The diamond.
The diamond?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, hold your hands out here. Hold your hand. You got a pretty good imagination. Because I'm going to spread these cards out right here. And there's one card that's face up, and it's the diamond. It's the queen of diamonds. But I kind of knew that you were going to pick this, so I just wanted you to see, it's the only one that had a red back. So I'll put this down right here. It's the only one with red back. As a matter of fact, it is the only queen that is inside that packet right there, because all these cards are blank. Give this young lady a big round of applause. She's got an excellent imagination. Man, I'm good. Now we got some young people here. People come up to me all the time after the show and they say, Fielding, how did you get into magic? I think it was part of the parole system. The truth of the matter was, it was my grandfather on my 10th birthday sent me out to the garage. He said, Butch. He used to call me Butch.
That's for you.
I got hay fever already. He sent me out to the garage. He said, go out to the garage and get Grandpa an empty paper sack and an empty Coca-Cola bottle. I brought that in the house. My grandfather placed the bottle inside of the bag. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where the fun began for me. My granddaddy waved his hands once, twice, 3 times over the top of that sack, and he said, by magic, that bottle disappeared. I said, Grandpa, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. He said, no, this will be the most amazing thing you've ever seen, making that bottle come back. By golly, there it was, right back in that sack, just like my granddaddy said. Okay, I'll do that again in case you're blank.
Yeah.
My granddaddy would just say it once, twice, 3 times. I know you're having fun, but that bottle disappeared. And that is the reason why I'm standing in front of you today. Thank you all very much. You know, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't take a psychic to figure out what you guys are thinking. But I would like to thank each and every one of you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your help. All righty. And we got time for one more? Yeah. We're going to do one more for you tonight. I want somebody young to come up here and assist me. Yeah, good luck finding somebody young. Listen, young lady, right, what's your name? Kaylee, put that over there. Come up here. Give Kaylee a little round of applause. Hi, Kaylee. Kaylee, I got a little challenge for you this morning. Watch that for me, would you? Have you ever seen those clown guys take the balloons and blow them up and make the little doggies? Have you seen that? Let's see what we got down in this bag right here. Okay, there you go. Here's a nice, bright, sort of, when I get it, yellow one. Kaylee, take that, stretch it a couple of times. If you can blow that up, I will give you a $100 bill. Consider, yes, if you can blow that up, consider this a donation to Imagine Now. Go ahead, just give that, and we're going to give you 1 minute to do that. Just take it. Just go ahead and blow that up, Kaylee. There you go, honey. Got to get into it now. How's she doing? She's going to have a hernia is what she's going to have. Go ahead, we're going to do it. There you go, honey. Got to get into it now. How's she doing? She's going to have a hernia.
Yeah.
Is that me?
No. No.
What'd she do? Why don't you go ahead and drop that balloon back in there with all the other balloons the kids couldn't blow up.
Yeah.
And wave your hands over the top and say the magic words. You know what the magic words are? It's Imagine Now. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look what you just did. Way to go, girl. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but it's Kaylee, right? Yes. I make 107 different balloon animals, but today for you, I'm making the endangered yellow snake of Nevada. That's for you, young lady. Listen, I want to turn you back over to Janet. What do you think? Is that good enough for these guys? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
You know what that is? Go ahead and pull it, tug on it, make sure it's solid. Is that solid? Yeah, okay, there you go, buddy. There you go. Now, when I was a kid, and I'm going to leave on this one, this is not that spectacular, but when I was a kid, I used to go and try to tie my shoes, and I would always wind up with a big giant knot like that. I'd go in there yelling at my mom saying, "You got to help me out here, I've got another knot in my shoelace." And she'd say, you young man are going to have to learn how to do some magic. I said, "What kind of magic is that?" She says, "What you're going to have to learn how to do is grab that knot and pull it all the way to the end and take it off just like that." You're killing me.
Almost a drum roll.
For the gentleman that helped me, I want this knot for you. It's a magical knot. I want you to take that home, put it underneath your pillow tonight. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, you'll be missing a tooth. Help me out. This has got to go to the table. Oh, there you go. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I can't carry on. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yes, thank you.
All right, from now to lunch, we have nothing to talk about, so talk among yourselves. If you need a topic, please see us in the corner. Thank you. With that, lunch.
Take a picture, then.
No,
We got 13
Finish
minutes.
here.
13 minutes. You want to talk about something, Bruce? All right.
So soon we'll be serving lunch. So while we have just a couple of minutes, let me go back to explaining a few things for you. The MLM arm of the Golden family will be signing up soon.
No, I know.
A lot of our founding members couldn't be here today because of different commitments. But I would encourage all of you, if you believe in the kind of mission that we are involved in, which is to create wealth, but to actually do good with that wealth, you might want to consider becoming a part of our Golden family as soon as we start signing people up. I told somebody when we first had this idea that we were going to have the MLM arm, I've never been this great believer in MLMs. How many fellow cynics are out there with me? A lot of people don't like them. The reasons they don't like them is because they're expensive to get into. They make you auto-pay things. Somebody was telling me that on those people that did the water purifiers, that they sold more water purifiers than there are households in America. So they're kind of wondering where all the water purifiers went. And with a little research, you find out that all the people involved with it had a garage full of water purifiers. And that to me was ridiculous. That's not what we're about. Our MLM family, the expense of getting it is just almost nothing. It's very minimal. It's about creating wealth and getting other people involved and people shopping in the online marketplace, getting a good value there, but knowing that they're doing something greater than just spending money on a new dress or a new pair of shoes. Does that make sense to everybody? So if you have an interest in being a part of this in the beginning, then you need to let myself, Amin, or Louis know, because pretty soon we're going to be opening that arm and putting the names in. I remember many years ago, I'm going to give kind of an example of my age, but 40 to 50 years ago, I kept getting approached by a company called Amway. That shows I'm old, right?
I remember Amway.
Yeah, you remember them. Me too. And everybody was approaching me and saying, you should do this, and I'm like, I'm not interested in that. And so I got approached and approached and approached and approached. Now as I'm a little older and wiser, even though they're not the same scope as what we're doing, I wish I could have been in those first people that entered Amway. Because the people that did back then, I could introduce you to one of them. She lives in Taiwan. She didn't even know what to do with the money anymore that she gets. She's so rich from it. But I'm thinking that over the years, the Golden family won't be just about the few people that got wealthy. It'll be about the people that got wealthy that helped change the world that they live in through the different things that they believe in. And that's what's important to me. My wife's vision, of course, is children. We already get that. But everybody here, I think, has things that pull at their heart about helping other people, and they would do it if they had the wherewithal to do it.
Yes.
So that's what we're about. I'll tell you a little story about her too, because I never really know anything she does until after it happens. You'd think I was a husband, but I was watching the news one day. She used to come into this country for about 2 weeks a year. And I was watching the news. It was a Chinese news channel. And as I was watching it, there was a lot of people in this room crying. Considerable amount of police. And I'm watching this news thing out of China. And all of a sudden, I see her. But I have no idea what she's doing there. Then I see this other lady crying. And I see her brought to a table and she's signing some papers on the table. And then my wife sits down and signs some papers on the table. And then somebody walks up and hands her a child, a small child, infant. And I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? It's not like I would know, she's just my wife, right? So later I had to ask her. I said, by the way, I saw this news reel with you in it, and the lady was crying and they handed you a baby. What for? Obviously that was the mother, so it wasn't an orphan child. And so she told me, oh, well, that lady was arrested for a drug charge. She's going to jail for the next 15 years. They don't tolerate that in China. And I said, and the baby? She goes, well, somebody has to take care of the baby. So she was contracted over to me, and then we take care of the baby. So everybody has things that they want to do. Our goal is to help create wealth so that you can be as charitable to the things that are important to you as possible. And I would say take that to lunch.
No go.
No go.
Because I want to give your new wife this story. I'm one day meet you blues, I'm married. Today I meet you blues, tomorrow married. Yes.
Oh, I think you want me to tell the story about the lady in the hospital?
Yes.
Okay. Just to show you how unique my wife really is. My wife was in the hospital because she had a tumor. And she was under the belief that she was not going to live through it. And so for the 3 days that I was visiting her in the hospital over here, there was a Chinese lady following me everywhere I went. And I didn't exactly know why. So she followed me, and I'd go to the hospital to visit, and she was there every time. And then when my wife got out, I said, exactly what was the Chinese lady for? She goes, oh, if I die, she your new wife. So I just want you to know, she likes to plan my life even when I don't know her. Oh, by the way, she was cute, so she wasn't really like looking down on me for it.
Thank you. Everybody later, maybe we together eat the lunch. And today, that's 11/11. And we need Alimama. And next year, everybody beautiful, smile, love, everything's life lucky. And then today, and try to talk, and everybody together, okay? Family, thank you.
We'll take a picture right now, all of us, before lunch. Where are we gonna stand?
You gonna go over here? Hold on,
So
turn
here,
this
say,
off.
what do you want? All right, you're on video, I mean.
One, two, three.
Okay. There's your 15 seconds. Say hi, I mean.
Hi, how are you?
And the children?
你好。
And you? Hi. Huh?
这些孩子都是美国的孤儿 ，OK。
All right.
呀，这些孩子都是美国的孤儿，我们要赡养他们。
All right.
Can we please have your attention?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for attending this lovely, lovely event. And what words could I possibly say with what's going on here with the Golden family and all of the wonderful people in this room with such caring hearts? Just to give you a little bit of background about me, my name's Francesca Gatto. I moved here from Philadelphia in April. And I've kind of been on a mission. I have been involved in telemedicine, and now I have been introduced to energy medicine, but it is from an information technology standpoint. And it's really ironic that the whole theme of today was digital marketplace, digital currency, and now this is truly digital medicine. And the company's name is Aegea, and what it is, it's actually a mechanism through, they call it a qubit, which is like a sticker on your body, but it's a hologram. And it's infused with information technology that truly balances your meridians. And what has been happening has been life-changing for people. So I am honored to be part of the Golden family where we can introduce this to around the world because we are a global company. And I've just never seen anything quite like this. If anyone knows quantum physics and Nikola Tesla, it's all based on that science and it's all patented. So if anyone, is interested in learning more, I'm more than happy to share that with you. The company of Aegea, it really has an interesting philosophy. Same philosophy as the Golden family. It comes from a place of love. They're the CEO of the company. His name is Jeff Cohen, and he is building in Florida right now a city, and this city is going to replicate the world. So you're going to be able to go to China, but in Florida. You're going to be able to go to Italy. There's going to be vineyards there, and all major investors around the world are contributing to this city. And it's really going to be a city of harmony and love. You can bring your children to a city, not like Disney, that's all fabricated on the almighty dollar, which there's nothing wrong with that, but like what Bruce said, you want to have balance in everything you do. So if you can balance, right, money along with giving back, that's a beautiful thing. So this company, I was just very, very blessed to be introduced to it, and I'm so excited about what's about to take place. So I know they want me to do 15 minutes, right?
Sing a song.
Well,
And if you get tired of talking, just hand the microphone to me, I always talk.
all right, well, let me just say this. The whole reason that I'm here is because of Dr. Janet Franco. She invited me to this meeting with the Golden family, I don't know, a couple months ago on a Sunday, and I said to her, what is it? Why am I going? She says, just come, just come. And I'll tell you what, I went and I've been involved ever since, because this group of people, you can't help but to be involved with everything, you know, that they're doing for the world. And Janet, she's got an amazing mission. And then also, you're going to be hearing from Aaron Harvey, that's him and his family sitting back there from My Vegas magazine, because we are working with them on doing a big spread, front and back cover on My Vegas, with My Vegas magazine. So it's all about relationships, the wonderful people that you meet, and how people can come together in building a community. And that's what we're all here to do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Pretty little red envelopes. This, if anyone would like to contribute, just put a donation in this envelope. It's going to be given to the children. We're really going to try to help with all of the homeless, disabled children. And Janet has a wonderful organization working with Mama here with Hyperbaric Chambers. So, any donation, appreciate it. Thanks, Janet.
Now I would like to have Bob Nexon here say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, no, that's close.
Tell my ears are old. I'm here because Janet invited me. She has this wonderful veterans organization, and I'm a veteran myself. And I've had some things in my brain for years that I wanted to do for veterans, and it's been coming together for me because of the things that have been coming together for me and getting back with Janet. I think we're going to have a great partnership to do a lot of good. I just purchased a factory to build prefabricated homes. It's not like you think a prefabricated home is. Most people think of a prefabricated home as half a house on one truck, half a house on another truck driving down the road, and when you get where you're going to go, you slide them off, slide them together, and you have a prefabricated house. That's not what we do. I can ship my house anywhere in the world and build it on site. Now, the things that are nice about the houses that we do is that they're hurricane proof. By extension, that makes them monsoon proof and typhoon proof, for those of you that are in Asia. Now, there's a lot more involved in how to do that, and I don't have time to explain it, but trust me when I tell you that we've built houses that have survived hurricanes in the Caribbean. One survived 3 and one survived 5. The last one went through last summer. The winds were measured at 230 miles an hour, and the house survived. So the houses are good to 200 miles an hour for sure. They're also fireproof. About heading down to California here in a couple of weeks when the fires calm down, but it just makes no sense to me to think about this, because the people that did this were geniuses. I didn't create this stuff. Don't misunderstand me, but I recognized a good thing when I saw it. The guy who created it was a genius, but he never marketed it. In 10 years, he's built 100 of these. And I'm thinking, are you crazy? I mean, this is nuts. First place, if a house is subjected to a hurricane, wind isn't the only issue. Wind will knock you down. That's what happened in Mexico Beach. Just wiped out the entire town, but it was the wind that did it. So when Hurricane Florence came around in North and South Carolina, the houses flooded. Well, my houses are flood proof too. I mean, there's nothing you can do to this house to destroy it, short of a bomb, I'm guessing. It's incredible stuff. It's wonderful technology. But the thing that excites me about it is that my whole goal all along has been to hire homeless veterans. I'm a veteran myself and I've been homeless. I hated it. I have to tell you. Now, there's a difference. I know there are some people that are homeless that don't care and they will not help, so they're content to remain homeless for the rest of their life. But when I became homeless, the minute it happened, I started figuring out how not to be homeless anymore. And those are the veterans I want to hire, the ones that want to hand up to get back on their feet. And because these houses go together like Legos, and again, that's another long discussion, I can build them with unskilled labor, which means I can hire as many veterans as I want to put the shells of the houses together. I still need a plumber, an electrician, and people skilled on the inside, but the outside shell goes together like Legos. And I can build a 576 square foot tiny house, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, kitchen, living room, dining room, by myself in 1 day. Yeah, his eyes got real big. This is incredible stuff. And the guy that developed it, like I said, he was a genius, but he never marketed it. So my job is to market. The factory as it sits, they've been doing 1 to 2 houses a month. The capacity is 350. Think about that for a minute. So without adding more staff, more equipment, more anything, I can go from 2 houses a month to 350. And think how much that will give me that I can donate to the veterans' cause. I'm not here to make a lot of money per house. I don't need the money. I'm retired. How many of you relate to being retired? I'll tell you my definition of being retired. I do what I want, when I want, where I want, with who I want, for as long as I want, and I don't care what it costs.
Yep.
Okay? I'm retired. But I can't sit on my butt and do nothing, because that's how people die.
Amen.
So I was looking for something to channel my energies into. I have a lot of energy. You know, I really do. And I was looking for the right thing to channel the energy into. And this thing, actually the factory fell on my lap. It was a fluke. It was an accident. Isn't it interesting how many things in life that are really, really good happen that way?
Yeah.
But when I found it, and I realized how many veterans I could hire, and then Janet, I'd known Janet for years, but I hadn't seen her in a really long time. I was sitting in my factory one day, and she walks in to tell me about her program. Because I'm going to donate a portion of every house I build to that program. Those hyperbaric chambers are killer. I'm a scuba diver. I don't know how many of you are scuba divers, okay? But if you understand the process of compression and decompression, that's why the hyperbaric chambers are so important to these veterans with brain trauma. Because when you're diving, if you go down too far and come up too fast, you can hurt yourself. But you can control that. Somebody who's being exposed to an explosive blast, they can't control that. It's like being shoved down to 90 feet in 1 second and back up 2 seconds later. And that's what creates the damage. And that's why the hyperbaric chambers are so important, because it takes those bubble things out of your blood that were knocked loose by the bomb blast and recompresses them and lets your body get rid of them. And that's why people are being healed. Now, I'm not delusional. I know it won't help everybody. But what if we just help one? Or 5? So, the things that are important to me are getting this out, the word out. Okay? Now, I'm really interested in the idea of the cryptocurrency because I've already thought about marketing myself. I market it worldwide. Because we create the house inside the factory, we put it in a container and ship it. It doesn't matter where it goes. Well, if I had a normal factory with half a house on a truck and half a house on the other truck, I would be limited to maybe a 250 or 300 mile radius where I can take them. But these things, the machines are computerized. It's just amazing to me how it works. We program it. I've got several floor plans. We program a floor plan into the computer, push a button, and then just stand back. And it cuts it out of the foam. Now here's the important part. There's not a stick of wood in this house. There's no fiberglass insulation in this house. It's all foam and steel. Now think about Las Vegas, for instance. We build here with a 2x6 steel stud that's got 8 inches of foam. That's R30. You know what builders build around here? R15. Okay? And that means a reasonably sized house needs a 5-ton air conditioner. My house will do it with a 2-ton air conditioner. It's crazy. It's because it's better built, better insulated, and because it's anchored to the ground in a very unique way, it'll withstand winds up to 200 miles an hour. The special coatings make it waterproof and fireproof. Again, this is too much to explain here, but trust me, they are. One of these houses withstood the Reading fire. You all hear about the Reading fire? Every house in the neighborhood gone, except the one. Now, think about it from that standpoint. This guy, going back in now, I'm not gonna tell you it didn't suffer damage. The heat blew the windows out, melted the curtains, screwed up the carpets, destroyed all the furniture. But he's got a remodel. A big trash bin outside the house, everything gets emptied out, scrubbed down, repainted, whatever you're gonna do, and then move in new furniture, new carpet, new drapes, and he's back in the house in 30 days. All of his neighbors are looking at a total rebuild. Their houses are still piles of rubble. Is that fun? That's why I'm so excited about this. I didn't know I was going to talk today, but I could go for hours, and I know we don't have that long. But I'm excited about this, and I hope you can tell. And the value of it also being waterproof is when the wind blows a house down, that's one thing. That's what happened at Mexico Beach. But in North and South Carolina, they flooded up to the eaves. And when the water receded, they had to knock them down. They're still knocking them down. They're going to knock them all down. They have no choice because of mold and mildew. My houses are mold and mildew proof. And when the water comes in, it goes right back out. And when the water's gone, they're in the same condition in the hurricane zone as the people in the fire zone. They just have to scrub it out, replace the carpets, replace the furniture, and move back in while their neighbors are knocking their house down and waiting for a contractor to come and build it. And this is killer stuff. And it can be done anywhere in the world, whether it's hurricanes, typhoons, monsoons. I know there's fires, and look what happened in Greece during the summer. A lot of areas of Greece, a resort town, just like, I was in Malibu last week. You guys know what happened to Malibu? Holy cow, I'll bet you the RV park where we parked and we were looking right over the ocean, it was just so primo. We spent 5 days down there, it was just really great. I'll bet that RV park is gone. And the restaurant that we ate, the fish market right down at the bottom of the hill, I'll bet it's gone. We were right next to Pepperdine University. It's beautiful, it was, okay? It's not anymore. I mean, those fires are just incredibly destructive. So we have a solution for that in these houses. And it just makes no sense to me to go into an area that's been burnt like that and put up another house and wait for the next fire to come and burn it down. It makes no sense to go into a flood area and build the same house and wait for the next flood to make you knock it down. And it makes no sense to me to go into an area where the wind was totally destructive and put up another structure and wait for the next wind to come and knock it down. My houses are impervious to all of that. And anybody that wants more information, I can give it and I can prove all this stuff. Because this sounds incredible. I know it sounds like I'm nuts. I'm not. Okay? But I have to tell you, it's just never been marketed. And this is the wave of the future, just like cryptocurrency is the wave of the future. You know, I've been talking to people about cryptocurrency for years, and they go, I'll give you the best examples. My wife, she's in the mortgage business. And I told her I was going to do some cryptocurrency. She said, well, why? And I told her, she said, well, that's stupid. Nobody will use that. I said, honey, it's digital currency. She said, well, so what? I said, how many loans did your team close last month? She's a mortgage processing supervisor. 186 loans they closed the previous month. And I said, how many of those loans did somebody walk into the title company with a bag of cash, drop it on the table, and close that loan? Well, we can't do that anymore. Why? Because the government won't let them do that much cash. They're worried about all the things that can happen with cash when it's not tracked. Okay? I said, well, if you can't bring in cash, what do? We wire the money. I went, oh, you mean you use digits? People just don't make the connection. You know, your debit card, your credit card, that's digital money. Everything, my guess is 5 years, and I could be off by a little bit, but within 5 years, I believe everything will be digital. There'll be no more cash. And do you know why? It's very close. And do you know why they're going to do that? Because they can't track our cash. But when everything's on the card, they can track it all. They can track how much you made, how much you spent, where you spend it. And that's where we're headed. So if you want to protect yourself from that kind of scrutiny, get some cryptocurrency because they can't track that. And you didn't take me so commercial. That's what my brain's been going for years. And I got to tell you, those of us that are involved in that space that understand it, know that it's the wave of the future, and it's coming way faster than anybody wants to admit. Now just imagine what we could do, though, if we could marry the cryptocurrency with these houses all over the world. So we'll be talking about that, because that really excites me. It is. And that's all. You know what it is? It's really options. You know, people say all the time, well, you don't want that much money. I said, why? And they say, well, money's evil. It's not. Money's not evil. In fact, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay? It's where's your heart? Okay? If you have the right heart and you do the right things with the money, Katie barred the door, right? That's what this is all about for me. I don't need the money. I could go the rest of my life and never work another day and it wouldn't matter. I have everything I want, but I want to help those homeless veterans because I've been homeless 3 times. It makes me emotional to think about it. But I've been homeless myself 3 times, and nobody helped me. I still got out of it, nobody helped me. But you know, I want to help as many people as I can that don't want to be homeless and get them out of there long term. And because of the way these things are, the last thing I didn't say about the houses is because they go together so simple and so fast, they cost less to build than anything else. I can help these veterans have a place to live through the process. Permanently. Don't need a bank. Because I'll build them the house. If they work for me and do a good job, I'll build them the house and I'll let them have it. And I'll just take it out of their pay. They don't need a bank. This is so much of this that can be so exciting. And I'm just really thrilled that I came across Janet, because not only do I want to build houses and provide places for the veterans to live, I want to give them jobs, but I want to participate in that hyperbaric chamber process because I've seen it work. And it's really incredible. You know, my son David got hit by a car when he was 5 years old, and he suffered a serious head injury. That's how I got homeless the first time. They told me he was going to die. So I said, okay, I'll be there. I went in the hospital. I stayed with him for 60 days and didn't leave. How many of you could go 2 months without working and still be good? Yeah. Then I took him home because they said they couldn't help him. They said he'd be a vegetable his whole life. He would never walk or talk or eat, be fed through a tube, and just lay there and mess his diaper. So I took him home and I rehabilitated him myself. And that took 6 more months. 8 months with no income. I lost everything I owned. I was a multi-millionaire. I owned 15 rental properties in the Bay Area. I lost them all. It was awful, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat because I replaced my money and I couldn't replace my boy. Okay? He finally died a year ago, but I got 33 extra years. And I feel good. Being homeless is like so many other things. It's a temporary status based on this. This is what matters. And when people tell me I shouldn't want so much money, I go, well, there's no such thing as too much money.
That's right.
No such thing as too much money. There's only not enough. And I've experienced a lot,
I love that.
and I've experienced none. And none sucks. Can we agree? Let me have an amen.
Amen.
None sucks. So I believe everybody in this room has the same mindset that I am, that we want to do wonderful things that make money, not because we're greedy or selfish, but because we want to help other people. And that's where I am, and I appreciate the opportunity to tell my story.
Mr. Harvey, My Business Magazine. Hello, my name is Aaron, or you can call me Aaron.
Yeah, A-Rock. Yeah. So, yeah, I've been in Vegas for 21 years now. I'm originally from Iowa. Met my wife. Been with my wife now for 21 years as well. So half my life in Iowa, half my life in Vegas. Once again, I was invited to this event to Janet, which is a wonderful lady. We met her a few nights ago. My family's here, so that's my wife Sharon, Aaron Jr., Athena, Alyssa, Angelica. So, what's tugged at my heartstring is the veterans and the kids. I've been taking care of my father, Robert, for close to 20 years now. He was a Vietnam vet, served 2 tours, didn't come back the same. And wasn't, I believe, for me to pull myself out of my bootstraps, he would probably be on the streets as well. So that tugged at my heartstrings as well. So wasn't expected to speak. When I came out here to Las Vegas, I had Lost everything as well. I came out here with a pair of sweatpants, a wife beater, and some house shoes. I slept in the my wife's trunk of her car for a few months and snuck up into her room when her dad left so I could have a roof over my head. Finally got hot barred mom, which is a wonderful woman.
This is your life.
Yes. So it was just a place to stay, but I pulled myself up my bootstraps, worked myself up. My first job was over the phone, sell a long distance. Built that company, was the largest wholesaler in WorldCom back in the day, then went to YellowPages.com. Was one of 5 guys that helped build YellowPages.com back then. Sold for about $500,000, and then went on to another company I was at for about a decade, and they recently sold for $500,000, or $500 million as well. So I said, you know what? I'm good at what I do, but I don't have enough time with my family and kids. I don't have enough time to share my time with others that need it, and make connections, because that's what it's all about, right? So I became an independent contractor for My Vegas magazine. It's also known as Mark One Media. It's been out here for 40 years. It's a magazine for locals. And basically what I'm trying to do is change the magazine to where it connects, these stories, powerful women, powerful causes all together. So hopefully doing a feature here on, Janet Franco, Dr. Janet Franco, and get that doing what she's doing. Because my son's got a hole in his heart. There's an opportunity to heal that. I'm all for it. So there's other kids just like my son. My other daughter, she, is autistic, so if that can help, that will help as well. So I know we're supposed to talk for 15, 20 minutes. But I'm blessed. It's kind of a whirlwind. I just came from church this morning, so I was rushing with all the kids and all that good stuff. But I can tell the heart in this room is, and the spirit in this room is genuine. So I'm going to do everything I can to hopefully connect with each one of you guys and hopefully hear some more stories. Thank you.
How was that supposed to follow?
There he is. I was trying to hide it. I should have worn these.
There you go.
Now we'd like to welcome our friend Kevin from China.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my dear Golden family. My name is Liu Hongtu. You can call me Kevin. I come from China. I'm honored to attend this meeting. My English is not good, so next I speak in Chinese. I invite Yana to translate. Okay.
Okay.
我很荣幸参加今天这次会议。我是黄金家族俱乐部的那个 founder， 也是黄金家族俱乐部的副秘书长。
I am honored to attend this meeting today. My name is Liu Hongtu. You can call me Kevin. I'm one of the founders and Deputy Secretary General of the Golden Family International Club Group. I am the CEO of China Golden Family International Club. I live in Beijing, China, and Victoria in Vancouver Island, Canada, very close with Seattle.
因为中美贸易战争和那个签证的问题，我的好多朋友不能来美国参加这次会议，包括那个中国贸易促进会的真部长，还有制造这个牡丹油的东宝兴先生，还有制造牡丹酒的蔡先生，对他们没有到来表示遗憾。
Because the trade war conflict recently and visa issue, many Chinese friends cannot come to the United States to attend this meeting, including James Zhang, Minister from China International Trade Association. Mr. Dong engaged in peony industry, including peony planting and peony oil producing. Mr. Tsai producing multi-peony healthcare liquor, and so on. They cannot participate. Regards. Today, I and Mr. Chao Zhe.
今天我和我的好兄弟，来自温哥华的曹振宇先生，我们俩是一对父女。他是来自温哥华，是世界华裔青年联合会的主席。
Today, me and Mr. Chao Zhe, my brother from Vancouver, Canada, he's the president of the World Chinese Youth Federation. On his behalf of all the friends, say greetings and blessings.
今天呢，我从中国带来了一些牡丹的产品。我们的牡丹 Toki 是后边的背后是有牡丹产业的。我给大家展示一下我们的牡丹的一些产品。
Peony is the national flower of China. It's not only a beautiful and a romantic flower, but also an industrial with great economy value.
I show you. This is the piano seeds. You guessed what's it? Oil. Yeah, it's peony oil. 这是用牡丹籽做的牡丹油，这牡丹油含大量的阿尔法氨基酸、亚麻酸，是一个很有营养、很健康、很有价值的油，不但中国人喜欢，欧美人都很喜欢。
Peony tea can produce peony oil is rich in alpha-amino acid, which is nutritious, healthy, and valuable. Not only does Chinese people, but also North Americans and Europeans also love this edible oil.
这个牡丹油呢是很贵的，在中国这一瓶是大约300人民币。
The peony oil has very high market value. This bottle of the oil in his hand is worth about 300 RMB in China, which is about 50 US dollars.
这个牡丹油呢有一个保健的作用，它是降三高。
So it can reduce high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and high cholesterol.
牡丹还可以制作珍贵的中药材，包括牡丹皮是可以用作活血化瘀的一种药材。另外，牡丹花蕊呢是可以做保健茶，还有就是牡丹和茅台酒，混合以后可以做牡丹的保健酒。牡丹花呢也是一种美容的产品，一颗牡丹呢它的价值非常高，这就是我们牡丹 Toki 的一个牡丹产业的背景。
Moreover, peony is an important ingredient for precious Chinese herbal medicine. For instance, the peony bark has a wide range of application of promoting blood sugar status. Peony petals are a good health tea and it can mix with the malt and to make a very high value healthcare liquor too. The value of the whole plant of peony is extremely high. This is the background of our digital token, the peony token. So this is the dry flower. and it has a cosmetic and skincare value.
在中国的山东、甘肃和内蒙等省，已经种植了几万公顷的牡丹。未来5年，中国将种植超过10万公顷的牡丹，年产值达到50亿美金。
In China, tens of thousands hectares of peony has been planted in Shandong, Gansu, and Inner Mongolia province. In the next 5 years, China will plant more than 100,000 hectares of oil peony trees. So the yearly value it yields is about $5 billion US.
随着中国的“一带一路”的倡议，我们与世界许多国家合作，种植牡丹树，发展牡丹产业，另外发行牡丹 token 数字资产，包括亚洲、非洲、美洲、大洋洲等国家。
With China's One Belt, One Road initiative, we have cooperated with many countries around the world to develop the peony industry associated with planting peony trees, carrying out international trade in peony products, and distributing peony token digital asset, including countries in Asia, Africa, America, and Europe.
牡丹产业是一个美丽而富有的伟大的事业，是你的、我的、我们大家的事业。我们希望可以共同携手共进，将牡丹产业做大做强。谢谢大家。
The peony industry is a potential and valuable business which is owned by all of us. We shall participate and cooperate to make this business significantly successful. Thank you very much.
Anna, please translate. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Yeah, my name is Mike. Chinese name is Cao Zhenyu. 很高兴参加今天咱们牡丹产业全球牡丹产业的这个数字货币的全球发布新闻发布会。我是世界华裔青年联合会主席。我们这个组织呢，有500名45周岁以下的，遍布在全球各个国家的，叫华侨，中国人在外面的这些华侨500名。所以我们这些成员呢，都是做一些投资，在各自的居住国包括这个在我们中国。
So I am the chairman of the World International Youth Federation. Our organization has 500 members around the world. We're all businessmen, investors, seeking for opportunity to grow business all over the world.
我们这个组织呢，在 Google 还有在百度上都可以查到。希望大家有时间的话可以查一下，了解一下我们的组织。
If anyone's interested in more detail of our organization, you can Google us or use the Baidu, the Chinese search engine, to Google our organization to learn more about us. Thank you.
今天到了拉斯维加斯这个会议呢，我自我介绍一下，我们这个牡丹产业园呢，牡丹产业呢，主要是由我在中国的海南岛，海南 island， 海南岛有500亩土地， 下一步要重视我们的中国政府扶持的这个牡丹产业。
So I would like to introduce a little bit of our peony farming industry. We are government-sponsored and promoted, official promoted flower planting industry. We have 500 acres of farmland to plant peony flowers.
因此呢，我们在中国大陆的牡丹产业和这个阿敏老师在美国拉斯维加斯，我们要做一个有机的联系合作。我们这个产业呢是中国政府扶持的，中国政府立项的，将来可以是后代们也受益的这么一个产业。也就是说，我们这个产业是这个希望是比较辉煌的，因此呢，我也希望咱们在美国的对牡丹数字资产，包括对牡丹产业感兴趣的，加入到我们的family。
Team up is the Golden Family, hosted by Amin, who is a very kind and passionate lady to do business with. We firmly believe that the industry of peony flower is not just for today's profit. As a matter of fact, it will benefit generations and generations, especially the future of Earth.
好，那么接下来呢，我们也唱一首我们中国的牡丹，就是这个牡丹的歌曲《牡丹之歌》，也是我们中国大家家喻户晓的一首歌。
Next, me and my partner were going to bring you a song about peony. It's called Song of Peony. It's a very famous song in China that talks about the beauty of the flower. I'm going to translate the lyric before they started. Peony, the most colorful among the flowers. Peony, the most spectacular in the country. When the land is frozen, you're blooming for life. When the spring breeze blows, you bring beauty to the world. Peony, peony, you bring beauty to the world.
Stand up there. Yeah.
Thank you.
啊，牡丹，啊，牡
我们中国14亿人口，960万平方公里，是世界第2大经济体，仅次于美国。也希望我们亲爱的美国朋友有时间、有机会到北京、到中国去做客，谢谢。
1.4 billion people and 960 square kilometers area. So, on behalf of all the Chinese people, all the friendly, passionate Chinese people, we welcome everyone here. One day, visit China. We will treat you as our dearest friend. Thank you very much.
December 12, and Fiji, the governor James, the speaker power people going to Fiji, December 12. And next year flower, the China, lot of flower acre, everybody go to their sleeping flower room. You look sleeping flower, in flower, okay?
So, this wasn't my time slot to speak, but I just wanted to, for the sake of the American people here that may not realize what this means to the Golden family. The Golden family is this project with cooperation with the government of China, and the peony token opened up in China just a few weeks ago. It has already tripled in value. The peony token is not just a digital currency like a Bitcoin that really has no product behind it. The peony token is the production and manufacturing of products through this peony flower. And it will benefit those in the Golden Family International Club. You may not actually realize what that means, but it means significant money and prosperity to the Golden family that is coming through just this one endeavor. And the Golden family is bigger than that. It's a lot of endeavors. There's many projects that are being worked up right now. The Golden family, before we even open up as an MLM, is already producing extreme projects around the world for the benefit of the Golden family. So when those of you that join our Golden family see in the future what the Golden family will do for you, you will be somewhat shocked. I also wanted to say something about children, because people were talking about children earlier, and I was thinking about something that happened here about 8 or 9 years ago. How many have been in Vegas for at least 10 years? How many remember about 8 or 9 years ago a story that came out on the news about a Chinese man that had 5 children performing in the O show? You remember that in the Cirque du Soleil? Yes. The FBI and CPS seized the children working in the show and put the man in prison where he belonged. How many have ever wondered what happened to those children? Anybody ever hear of that? Okay? Well, I can tell you that some of them became my legal guard. I was their legal guardian. They became my daughters. The FBI and CPS found us and said they had no place for these children seized in the rape. And so we took them and we raised them. I taught them English and helped them as they went to high school. One of them we ran into, actually, my wife and I went over to the mall the other day, and she was standing there and she's like, "Oh, Father." And there I was walking to the mall. But what I was going to say about all that is, we hear about tragedies in our country. And if you watch the news, you can hear all the bad news your heart can possibly be filled with. What's funny is that they never tell what happened to the children. They're all fine. They sought us out, we took care of them, and those children are all doing good. One of them, I'll just use her as an example that we ran into the other day, was Shushu. Shushu's approximately now 24 years old. She's had a job, she goes to college, she graduated high school. She just bought a new 2,500 square foot house, and she's doing really well. But just some years ago, she spoke no English, and she was seized in a raid and taken over to CPS, which, by the way, if you've never been there, is like a little jail with barbed wire around the compound. It's over here on the east side. I guess what I'm saying is, if you have the wherewithal, there will be opportunities to help people. They will find you when it comes to children, handicapped, and other people that are less fortunate than yourself. And so I'm encouraging everyone that's a part of the Golden family. I'm encouraging you to be a part of the family, to gain wealth, but to use that wealth to help others. Because truthfully, those who help others, it always comes back to them anyway. And if nothing else, it comes back to them and having a good heart.
Joe.
JV, would you like to say a few words?
Oh, it's JV.
Yeah. Hey, JV.
Did you say your name was Kenny Rogers? What?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't hear him, sorry.
Anyway, I'm J.V. Schwanoa. I became a friend of Bruce's about 4 years ago when my wife bought a car from him. And we became friends because both of us smoke and both of us have a Chinese wife. And we got along real well. A few months ago, 6, 7 months ago, I hadn't heard from him for a while, and I called him. I said, "What's happening?" And he says, "Well, as a matter of fact, something is happening." So I went to a meeting, and before long, after that meeting, I was involved. The Golden family is now a basic part of my life. I want to tell you that I'm an artist, local artist, and I'm doing digital artwork. The screen that you're looking at shows 36 different pictures that I've done. But my interest in art actually started when I was in the United States Army. I was at Fort Ord, California, and I was going to the craft shop. So I learned to do some paintings and some sculpting and this and that. But all through the years, I've done something artistic, but it's been the last 10 years that I have pretty much dedicated time to creating a whole library of digital artwork. David, if you get a chance, maybe you can
Sure.
start that slideshow.
For you, you got it. So.
When David starts the slideshow, you'll just see a series of different pictures that I've done. It should be these, I think, on this particular album, one by one. In any case, back in 2001, I was the founder for Jets of Southern Nevada, which is Job Education Training Services of Southern Nevada. And what we started to do was train people for sales in the line of work I was in, calling on beauty salons here in Las Vegas. What we have transformed our intentions to now is, because of the fact that we have about 250,000 veterans in Las Vegas Valley, we want Jets of Southern Nevada to train local veterans that need something to do and would like something to do to learn some artwork. It's something they can do at home. And because of Golden Family, JVS Art and More will have a store on Alimama.
You're good. Keep going. For your next trick.
Okay. Having the store on Alimama will not just be to market my artwork, but also the completed projects of local veterans who want to sell their artwork and get it exposed internationally and create a supplemental income for themselves. So, I guess bottom line, we're all here for some information about a brand new enterprise or a series of enterprises. And I just want to say that we came to see the light, and we're about ready to. Thanks to Louis Dace, who has created the Alimama website. Do you have any questions? My affiliation with Janet Franco, because she's working with veterans for physical and mental health. In a way, Jets of Southern Nevada will be doing some work along with her efforts to give some of the veterans that may have PTSD or Alzheimer's or boredom a way to see a sense of fulfillment in their day. And that kind of focus will change their lives. So one way or the other, the Golden family and Janet Franco and her, I forgot the first word,
Imagine now.
Now, which is nurturing our veterans, will join hands and turn into a value for all of us to see, not just the veterans. We can all take advantage of watching the growth develop. I appreciate your time. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Raheem. Thank you, Janet.
Wow, what a day, huh? I'm a little bit numb. I hope all of you are numb with me. We had about 5 more children coming today, but we have a couple of them got sick. And when you have a sick child that's challenged, it's not just getting in the car and coming down here. Some of them take 2 people just to get in the vehicle and come down here. And we're waiting for 2 more. I got a text that one of our little boys fell in the space and broke his tooth this morning, so he can't come. As hard as this world is that I've chosen, and I don't complain, I just feel like since I was born, I love serving people, especially living in hospitals 14 years with my boys, and the miracles that transpired during those years changed my life forever. I want to read you something while we're waiting for the 2 little girls to show up. And then I'm going to tell you about little baby Christopher that just came in and keep little miracles away. This is from his mother. Noah is he's very thin. He has long legs and he's about 12 slim. Those are close. He weighs under 60 pounds and he has LGS, a very rare and severe form of epilepsy. He does not respond to medication. He has an implant in his chest that goes off with electric shock every 1 minute. He finally received a diagnosis 3 years ago. Noah's full name is Noah Christian Menezes. My name is Donna Charlene Menezes, and I have multiple sclerosis. This is the mother. And bone cancer, and my husband died 8 days after we adopted Noah. Today, she can't be here today with Noah. Noah is semi-crippled. He has drop seizures, and he can walk and drop and break his teeth at any time in his space, and I guess that's what happened today. So,
I humbly say that this boy in this corner gave me my life back. I met him August 15th of last year. And I told God, I can't do this anymore. Getting up all the time with these suicidal veterans was very wearing. But I remember promising God when my son tried to kill himself, I said, you know, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to doing this no matter what. So all of a sudden I met Christopher. When I met Christopher, and this is his beautiful grandmother back here, he was as hard as this table. And the doctor said, pull the plug. This child will have no life, and he'll be a vegetable the rest of his life. And then they saw Eden Carlson on the Today Show, and we restored Eden Carlson fully, back to full capacity. So we started treating Christopher August 15th, and we have our beautiful Mark Westaway down in Southern California that gave him 62 treatments for free. It's about a $20,000 bill. So today we are honoring our future generation, and we now, like I said earlier today, I don't want to take up too much time, but we're sitting in a new time. We're sitting in a time that all the prayers have been answered. All the people, all the churches, we're building clinics in the churches around the world. It's time that we treat our own. So it's not so overwhelming for our VA. We can't blame our VA for everything. We got to take full responsibility. We got to take responsibility for our children in schools. We have to take responsibility how we show up in the world. And I just chose to be humanitarian. It was my choice, but I love it. I love every day and every moment of my life. You might want to ask yourself today, how many of you love your life? You know, you never have to work a day in your life if you love what you do. Whether it be working with homeless veterans or cleaning toilets or speaking around the world, or Bob, what an amazing story you've been. Do you know, I've known Bob 10 years and I had no idea he was homeless. So, recently. And I have to tell you, I started this 12 years ago, and I was married at the time, and my husband came down with cancer, and we decided to part, not because we didn't love each other, but my work was too hard on him. So we ended up helping him through this. And I worked with the U.S. stand-down. We had a veteran stand-down in Las Vegas. And at the end of the celebratory meeting like this, at the end of the day, they said, did anybody else want to say anything? And I was really nervous, and I kept being purged to say something. And I was really, really nervous, because I dress okay, I think. So I was like, oh, I can't do this. So I just kept feeling like I need to say this. So I said, yes, I have something to say. And I helped him with that stand down, and we had the most successful stand down in Las Vegas history that year. It was hard, but it was worth it. And I stood up behind the microphone and I said, I'm homeless. I'm homeless. I never knew a pillow I was gonna wake up on. I was embezzling millions of dollars through a project I was doing. And I realized that day I went from making $50,000 a month to zero. And it changes your life, huh? Doesn't matter if you're a veteran or whatever you're doing, it's really the heart that matters. It's each other that matter. We're going through a lot with China and the United States right now, but look at us. We're getting along. What a concept, right? So with all that said, I think it would be time. When I first started Imagine Now, it was 12 years ago, I wanted to launch something that was really beautiful from my family to yours. And I came up with Imagine because of John Lennon. It was a dream. It was a dream to be able to stand up here like I am today and go around the world. My speaking tour will start in January, but just go around the world and just preach love. So, of all songs that he says I can sing, is Imagine by John Lennon. So, in honor of the children of the future and all of us, come on and sing that great song.
I guess I'll sing it a cappella with no beat. Okay. I gotta look at the lyrics because. Okay. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You might say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us in the world where live as one. Imagine no possessions. It's easy if you try. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Come on, everybody. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You might say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. One day you will join us, and the world will live as one. Thank you. We have to stay in contact.
Yes. We're waiting for 2 more little girls, but while we do that, I think it would be time to honor somebody in the room today. Eva, come on, Mom, come on.
Bluetooth connected.
You know, I think when I met you, her and I have this amazing core soul connection for what you're doing in China and what we're doing here in the United States. I'm really honored to call you my friend and my soul mother. And I just, we come on Sundays and she sits in the corner. Everybody knows it goes on Sunday. She sits in the corner and she just sits there with this beautiful smile. And she talks sometimes and we all try to figure it out. But we all know her heart. You know, you don't want communication, you feel the heart. And so it was her idea to bring these babies in. And we have a couple here. Cynthia, come on. We're waiting for 2 more little girls. But she bought all these clothes for these kids. And they're over here. I mean, just like, so bring the kids on up. Come on. We'll facilitate as many as we can. Oh, and as the kids are coming forward, bring the kids up. Bring the kids up. What we're doing with the donations today.
Come on.
You notice these envelopes that are on your table. Cynthia.
Make a song.
Song? Oh, did we sing a song?
Mother Earth. Yeah.
Sing a song.
Okay.
Yes. What song?
大饼鸡。Her mother. Her mother. Mother. Okay, 可以了 ，OK。Three, right? Yeah.
Well, these babies are our future, you know, and this. You gonna sing?
Yeah. Oh, you can sing.
Hello.
坚强。大饼鸡，下一次。那个话筒，今天那个话筒。
The money we're raising today is going to go to try to help babies like Christopher. He needs about $20,000 to treat the rest of his condition.
Okay, just to let you know where that song came from, Amin wrote that song. It's part of the movie Eva. It's a soundtrack that is actually performed by quite a famous Chinese singer for the movie, but Amin wrote the lyrics. And so it's a very touching song about, how many know who Adam and Eve are? Well, the movie is Eva, and it's about Eve. And it's about all children loving their mother and having a common mother, so there's really nothing that separates these children from each other. It's all one mother for Earth. And so that's where I just thought I'd mention that, because I thought everybody's listening to the song and probably thinking, what song is this? And that's what it is. It's a soundtrack from the movie Eva that Amin wrote for the movie. She also actually wrote the movie.
Well, Mama. Yeah, everybody give people the envelope, give to the children. Yeah, make another sound. Yeah, everybody give to children the envelope. Okay. Yeah.
There we go. One more. One more smile. Always in a row.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, we've got
Gather all the kids together at the front here, close it up with We Are the World. Yes, together we are the world. As we become one mind, body, God always honors those things. And He blesses. And He has opened up the windows so wide. We won't be able to contain it. We'll be able to skim it out and the world knows who it is. That's what we all cry for.
Got it? Yeah. Good team. Thank you, Dan. All
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
Gather round.
Make a better day, just you and me. We are the world.
Well, I'm doing. All right, you're right. Well, smile then.
It's okay, it's okay.
Well, there you go. Look at me. Okay. Smile. Look over here.
Barry, this side. Yeah. We need a card later. That's a new Chinese new style.
It's a good style.
New style, yeah. There you go. All right. Not yet. Not yet. All right. Not yet. Hold on. Okay. There you go. There you go. Okay.
The card.